Hi, my name is Lorenzo Hernandez, and along with Ben Syke, are extremely excited to introduce Agroco, a company determined to sustainably increase global food production. If I can accomplish anything today, all of you will leave asking yourselves, how will we feed future generations? UN projections indicate that the global population will increase to 9.8 billion by 2050 and 11 billion by 2100. Studies indicate that within the next 40 years, we'll have to produce the same amount of food that all of humanity has grown over the last 8,000 years. To make matters even worse, currently 25% of available lands have already been degraded, and 11% of the global population is facing food security risk, and these numbers are only expected to worsen. Lastly, according to the UN, two-thirds of global communities are expected to be affected by water scarcity by 2025. So again, how will we feed future generations? To meet future demand, we will need to deploy more ag innovation and sustainable growing practices. Yet current solutions are both costly and inefficient. After 2 years of considering the potential ways to solve this impending crisis, we have discovered an untapped market between conventional agriculture and turnkey controlled environment applications. We saw a market opportunity, and we have made our mission to deliver decentralized, modular, and rapidly deployable controlled environment farming systems. After careful planning and preparation, we are proud to present for the first time in a public forum our Nexus growing system. Our systems have been uniquely designed to be completely grid independent and decentralized, rapidly deployable to anywhere around the globe, and our systems are expected to have competitive crop yields. Furthermore, we want it to be more economically accessible than leading container-based competitors. We conducted a preliminary material and component cost analysis and have discovered that with a 35% profit margin, our systems are nearly 50% cheaper than the leading 40-foot container equivalent. Lastly, we want to emphasize that we're not constrained to the container dimensions, and our systems are designed to be modular and can be built for different applications. We are determined to make a profound impact, and in the short time since we have incorporated, we have already received positive customer feedback and have secured our first two pilot locations. Our first pilot sites will be in a secondary school in Charlotte, North Carolina, and in an agricultural land partnership in Hawaii. We're currently working on securing two more sites, one in my home city of Bogota, Colombia, and a second one here in Chicago. We also believe that the first four customers of our systems will be schools or community organizations wishing to engage with communities and provide local, healthy, and fresh produce, restaurants and grocers wanting to reduce costs, vertically integrate their supply chains, and reduce food waste in miles, governments and NGOs seeking to provide food aid to communities in crisis in remote regions, and traditional farmers wanting to hedge against climate risk and generate revenues 365 days a year, regardless of the season. Furthermore, we have pinpointed diverse revenue streams in an industry that's only expected to explode within this decade. We are still pre-seed. However, our preliminary business model will consist of four diverse revenue streams. Our biggest revenue driver will be the direct sales and subscription or loan model. As previously mentioned, we expect to have 35% to 50% profit margins for each unit sold. Plus, we are currently projecting for system owners or farmers to have a 3-year payback period depending on the crop varieties grown. We also intend to have yearly data service and subscription revenues. Our systems will have onboard dashboards or the Nexus crop management system that will be Wi-Fi enabled to assist farmers to automate and best control their crop yields. We will also provide optimization and consulting services for farmers, and within the next 2 to 5 years, provide ancillary energy and water services, as well as potential carbon credits. We believe these diverse revenue streams will enable us to penetrate the fast-growing and massive vertical farming industry. By 2028, this global market is projected to grow to $12 billion. The modular market alone is expected to account for $5.3 billion. We are ambitious and confident that we will be able to obtain 28% market share in the Americas and European modular markets alone. This is predominantly due to the fact that there is a current void in grid-independent solutions. As shown, Agroco is positioned to be the only company focused in providing grid-independent and turnkey solutions. So despite our early stage, we have managed to grow and build momentum. We have already secured 2 pilot sites for R&D and are actively working on establishing 2 additional sites. We have received initial funding that we are using to hire paid engineering interns, as well as preliminary legal and patenting advice and expenses. We expect to continue to build upon this momentum, and by Q3 or Q4 of this year, deploy our initial prototypes. And approximately 1 year from then, deploy our initial commercial units. Winning VentureCat will tremendously accelerate our efforts to deploy and scale. We intend to spend $100,000 in product development and prototyping, $40,000 in business development, and $10,000 on general operational expenses. Additionally, we expect our team to deliver success. Our founding team has 10 years of corporate experience working with some of the world's largest corporations. I have extensive experience in global food supply chain and logistics. My co-founder and fellow Masters in Energy and Sustainability classmate, Ben Syke, has extensive experience in corporate strategy and business development. We are also advised by two great adjunct Northwestern professors. Patrick Boyle is a director of sustainability for Sloan Valve Company and is a leader in global water stewardship. Brian Tolliver comes from corporate strategy and business development from some of the world's most recognizable tech and energy companies and has vast experience advising startups. Rounding out our team is Evan Gorski and Yates Downing. Evan is a fellow classmate with corporate finance experience. Yates is a mechanical engineer with experience in industrial 3D design and various other applications. In conclusion, supporting us today will tremendously accelerate our efforts to sustainably increase global food production and enable future generations to thrive. Thank you.